Fox News, they had lots to say about Biden Harris. They were constantly talking about they were too old, incompetent, slow, all the phrases that they use. But it's amazing how their tune just changes when the incompetence of Donald Trump and his MAGA minions is exposed. This whole signal conversation shows you exactly where these idiots stand. So listen to first of all, we're going to go to Jesse B. Waters. The resident Fox News idiot, Jesse B. Waters. Listen to his brilliant analysis.
Did you ever try to start a group text? You're adding people and you accidentally add the wrong person. All of a sudden, your Aunt Mary knows all your raunchy plans for the bachelor party. Well, that kind of happened today with the Trump administration. Mike Waltz was putting together a group chat on Signal, an encrypted app, with the Secretary of Defense, the VP, and a bunch of other national security officials to collaborate on whether to strike Iranian proxies in Yemen who keep firing missiles and shutting down shipping. Well, National Security Advisor Mike Waltz accidentally added a reporter to the group text, and not a good reporter. Jeffrey Goldberg from The Atlantic, one of the biggest hoax artists around. Well, he heard some things he probably shouldn't have, but could have been a wee bit of a security breach. But it's not like they homebrewed a server and then bleached it or kept classified documents in their garages next to their Corvette. I'm sure it won't happen again.
A wee bit of a security breach. Really? Okay, interesting. Here is the biggest Trump ass kisser of them all, Sean Hannity.
Instead, they are obsessed with an accidentally leaked text, a chain from Trump cabinet officials who are debating the merits of military strikes in Yemen. So the very people that covered up their president's severe cognitive decline, lied about wide open borders, both of which are clear and present dangers to our country, now want you to believe that they actually give a damn and care about national security. More feigned, phony outrage. This is now the scandal of the week that you will see nonstop, 24/7, that nobody will care about. Now, by the way, it's not only a smear, but it's waged by the left. That's all they've got, and their bingo cards.
So, feigned, phony outrage. I'm sorry, is this the same network that found themselves in a hissy fit because President Barack Obama wore a tan suit? Really? Really? Y'all will lecture somebody? Okay, the dumbest group of them all has to be Fox and Friends. Take your pick, the weekday or the weekend version. So Lawrence B. Jones, the brother, he's on there, and he has some thoughts about it. And look, he ain't the brightest bulb in the dark room either, just dumb stuff. So I'm just gonna give y'all just a sample of just the stupid stuff they had to say. Just roll it.
The White House says President Trump is standing by his team as the National Security Council confirms that the message thread reported appears to be authentic. They are now investigating how the journalist's number was added to that chain. Guys.
Well, thank you very much, Brooke. Well, I read the article, and it says that somebody identifying themselves as Mike Waltz added that person. I was talking to somebody in federal law enforcement last night, and they said that just based on having read the Atlantic article, what was revealed was classified and top secret. And this person has been down in D.C. for many years, has never heard of government officials at that level using Signal for stuff like that. And you know, Kayleigh, having been in the White House, there are certain top secret gizmos and venues that they use, and you don't use a commercial app that can be hacked.
Yeah, there's a channel that you're supposed to stay on with that kind of information. Now, I heard someone on CNN suggesting maybe there were Signal apps added to government devices somehow. All that remains to be seen, but I imagine the White House press shop would have gotten that information out by now if that were the case. Look, this was an obvious mistake, obviously. I will say, you know, as my dad says, when you eat crow, you got to eat it hot. And the National Security Council ate it while it was hot. They did not try to deny this. They came out. They said this appears to be authentic. Good on them. The detail I'm wondering about is the Jeffrey Goldberg detail about war plans. He says there were operational details, but he did not want to share them because it would be compromising. I don't trust Jeffrey Goldberg. The last time I sat on the couch with you guys, he had the ridiculous story about Vanessa Guillen. He had the suckers and losers.
You don't trust Jeffrey Goldberg, but clearly somebody trusted Jeffrey Goldberg to add him to a group chat. And how about we don't trust Marco Rubio? We don't trust Pete Hegseth. We don't trust Mike Waltz. We don't trust John Ratcliffe. Okay, a little bit more of their stupidity. Keep going.
Or plans. He says there were operational details, but he did not want to share them because it would be compromising. I don't trust Jeffrey Goldberg. The last time I sat on the couch with you guys, he had the ridiculous story about Vanessa Guillen. He had the suckers and losers. He is not a credible reporter. And how does this most horrific of all reporters in Washington, D.C., get added to your text chain? There are a lot of questions.
So that's literally my only question. As it relates to government officials using Signal, they all use it. They're not supposed to, but they use it.
But not for top secret stuff.
They use it. CIA, every single intelligence agency uses Signal. I know that for a fact. I talk to them on Signal. They're sources of mine. They all use Signal. It is the best way and the most secure way to get information out. And that's why a lot of journalists use it as well. They don't want it, they're not supposed to do it, but they do it anyway. I don't understand how he got on this chain, especially when you add someone to Signal, there's an alert that shows you that someone else, if you don't have their contact, there's someone that's new that's been added to it. While all of those people that were on that chain didn't say who is this person that's on the chain that wasn't saved in their contact, I don't know. They need to get to the bottom of that. Yeah. Also, I'm curious, whoever did end up adding him, why are you communicating with this guy?
Yeah.
You should not be communicating with her. This is not the person to be communicating with.
Right. It's a highly...
Okay. Who the fuck is communicating with you? Why would they communicate with you? You're a hack. Okay, you're a joke. No, you're not a real journalist, Lawrence. You're not. You just sat there and said, oh, I communicate with these people. They shouldn't. No, Lawrence, that's a lie. People can actually, you can be in government and communicate on Signal. The law says that if you're doing official business, talking to you ain't official. So you have no idea what the hell you're talking about. So wasting any airtime on Lawrence Jones is truly a waste of time. But
hello, I'm Isaac Hayes III, founder and CEO of Fanbase. Listen to what I'm about to tell you. The window to invest in Fanbase is closing. We've raised over $10.6 million of our $17 million goal. That means there's room for less than 6,370 people to invest in Fanbase for the average amount. The minimum to invest in Fanbase right now is $399. That makes you an owner in Fanbase today. Go to startengine.com/fanbase to invest. Why? Because current social apps have taken advantage of users for far too long, with content suppression, shadow banning, harmful racist content, and no real tools for monetization and equity. Fanbase has over 1.4 million users and counting, allowing anyone to reach all their following and monetize their content from day one. Social media is the new TV, and whoever owns the apps that distribute that content have the opportunity to own potential billion-dollar companies. While big platforms with uncertain futures are failing to serve their users, Fanbase is stepping up to fill the gap. Don't wait until it's too late. Invest now, invest for yourself and your future. Go to startengine.com/fanbase and own the next generation of social media.